Okay, we have Alpha's route. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this one. On the west side of Castilia, the flea market is buzzing with life. Mechanoids who are usually quiet have all set out stalls, selling trinkets they've collected or crafted by hand. You came here hoping to find something unusual, but instead, you spot a familiar figure in the crowd. Oh? Alpha stands at a stall, focused on the item in her hands. She examines it carefully, exchanges a few words with the vendor, then pays without hesitation, slipping her purchase into a small pouch. The crowd surges. A passerby blocks your view for only a moment, but when they move on, Alpha's gone. Before you can look for her, you feel a fingertip pressed firmly against your back. Don't move. The cool, familiar voice could belong to no one else. Couldn't you just say hello like a normal person? Alice says nothing, just gives you a look you can't quite read. Then she tilts her chin to the right, signaling you to follow. Okay, I'll follow you. Here at the market's edge, the noise fades and the crowds thin out. She finally withdraws her finger, and you turn to look at her, noticing the white cloth bag in her hand, stamped with little cat paw prints. That's a cute bag. Freebie. Huh? Wait, what? Oh, it's free? She keeps it short, but when she sees her curiosity, she passes you the bag. Inside her box is a cat food, a collapsible cat bed, neatly packed gauze, and an antiseptic. A full cat care kit? I passed the pet supplies section earlier and picked it up. See if anything's missing. You take the bag. The kit is surprisingly complete. Food, bedding, even emergency care supplies. Oh, that's cute. I remember in the cat story from Alpha. Well, I can't remember if it was a Vent story or what. I think it was a Vent story. Or a birthday story? I don't remember, but yeah. Speaking of which, does that white cat still try to claw your hair? She lets out the faintest sigh. Yes, every morning, first thing after waking up, it comes to me like it's clocking in for work. She turns slightly to the side, and her silver-white hair slides over her shoulder, the crimson tits swaying in your view. I don't understand what's so fascinating about it. Let's try to... You can't help but glance at the flash of red. Almost without thinking, you reach out and twirl a strand between your fingers. It's cool, silky, softer than you imagine. Alpha freezes for a moment at the unexpected touch. Sippy exhales a quiet huff. You've got more nerve than a cat. Sorry? Thinking back to the bag's contents, you realize that she bought everything except something to burn off the cat's energy. If the problem is clawing, then maybe she can give it something else to play with. I got a solution. You search the flea market until you find the perfect item. A lightweight rod with a few soft feathers attached. A simple but irresistible toy for cats. Try this, a feather wand. Alpha eyes it with open skepticism. You really think that will work? Trust me, it works like a charm. How do you even use it? Just wave it in front of it? Well, yeah, that's the point. Like, cats, they're drawn to it. Not that I'm not like a cat owner, but cat lover. So yeah, I've seen it, you know, in videos and stuff. Pretty much like this. You give the wand a light shake. The feathers flutter like a moth in flight, tracing uneven arcs through the air. Alpha watches intently, her heterochromatic gaze fixed on the feathers as if tracking real prey. Simple enough. As she speaks, she reaches toward the swaying feathers as if testing their feel. For some reason, without thinking, you move before your mind can catch up. A thought flashes through you, and, almost like a prank, you lift your wrist ever so slightly. The feathers brush her fingertips before darting upward, leaving her hand hanging in the mid-air. Alpha glances at her empty fingers, then at the feathers. She doesn't seem upset, only gives a small shake of her head. Don't be childish. She reaches again, this time quicker and more precise. Why are we treating her like a cat? Why am I treating... The feathers slip past her fingertips once more. Her tongue clicks against her teeth. She finally looks up at you, clear annoyance in her mismatched eyes. Ooh, smile. Third time's the charm. Her gaze returns to feathers, and she tries again. Kelly! With a sharp growl, she bends the prey and moves in a flash, her hand cutting through the after image to clamp firmly around your wrist holding the toy. An unyielding force shoots through your arm, throwing your bounce off instantly. By the time you realize it, your arm is twisted up behind you in a textbook restraint hold. The pressure on your joint leaves no doubt about the warning she's sending. Sorry. Getting bold lately, aren't you? Yes? Ow, ow, ow! I was just showing you how it works. And see, that just proves it works, right? The air hangs still for a few seconds. Finally, the pressure on your arm eases as Alpha lets go. Don't do this again. Sorry. She's not just a culprit for your hand and walks straight to the vendor to pay for it without hesitation. Got what I came for. I'm heading back. It's a festival. At least get yourself a souvenir. If you think about it, Alpha's brought a complete set of supplies for the cat, but nothing for herself. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. She answers quickly, but as soon as she finishes speaking, her gaze settles on you and stays there. Your reflection shimmers her mismatched eyes. She stays silent for a moment, as she's studying a piece of art. No, let me correct that. There's one souvenir here that I'm interested in. Oh my god! Oh my god! That makes sense. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Unexpensive, you know? Relax, I wasn't planning to pay. She reaches out again, but this time there's no force in her grip. She just holds your wrist gently. Let's go. Where to? Don't ask questions. And no excuses. You're spending the rest of the day with me. Okay. Glad to, Alpha. Oh my god. That is probably maybe one of my favorites in the Stellar Narratives so far, but we will see with the rest, obviously. The wow. Was nice. Okay, need to go down. Okay.